everybody, welcome back to the latest instalment of my Football Manager 26. Save where we are, Grantham Town. We're second season. And today we've got FA Cup preliminary action for you and a league match against Quorn. So, let's jump in and see how things go, shall we? Right, it is FA Cup preliminary day. We are at home to Gresley Rovers. Should be a nice little tie for us. Made a little bit of a change to the team sheet, to the squad. I'm going to bring Bello, Louis Nicholson. Give Louis Nicholson. I want to say give Louis Nicholson a rest, but we don't have the luxury of being able to rest Louis Nicholson. Why is he ineligible? Oh, he's already playing in a match. Okay. Terry's still injured. Can't play. Other than that, let's just switch things around a bit, shall we? Put Righty in the DM position. That should be okay. We'll go with that. Giving Sean Wright a bit of a rest today. Bring in the young lad, Jake Griffin, at centre back. Hopefully he can do the business for us. And, yeah, we'll basically go from there, really. First video, I think, went well, didn't it? First two league games. Good start to the season. Started off quite well. Banging in a few goals. Always nice. Let's hope we can continue that. Like I say, want to have a pretty decent FA Cup run, because FA Cup runs are always good for bringing money in. And we definitely want money in our club. Yeah. See how things go. Obviously, I'm recording this video on Saturday morning. Last night had the Sporting Legends evening at the football club with a guest speaker and a comedian and dinner. It was alright, yeah. It was a nice evening. Probably not as successful as it would have been if it had been Martin O'Neill. Obviously, we can't control the events of real life, and him getting two stints as a interim manager of Celtic, which kiboshed our plans to have Martin O'Neill come and do the speaking event. But hopefully the club will get that booked for the summer, and it'll be a better evening. Again, first time in a long time the club's held an event like this, and obviously they'll learn from things and improve how things are done going forward. And the next night will probably be better than last night, definitely. But you know, it was what it was. Obviously, if you're a Nottingham Forest fan, then obviously the speaker probably has a bit more of a bearing on you. I wasn't, no real interest in a former Forest captain and cup winner and stuff. I'm not a Nottingham Forest fan. Whereas, like I say, Martin O'Neill, much more of an interest to me, because obviously former Grantham Town manager, and then obviously went on to do very big things in football, culminating in currently being Celtic's interim manager. So yeah, I think perhaps it would have been better. It would be better with Martin O'Neill, or you know, or having a guest speaker at these sort of events that isn't too, you know, down a narrow lane. You know, I was thinking, I went to an event a couple of years ago where they had Graham Poll, former referee Graham Poll, as the speaker. That was really interesting. Not just because obviously Graham Poll, quite famous as a referee for being the Burke who managed to give 2 yellow cards to a player in a World Cup and not send him off. But yeah, he had a lot of interesting stories, a lot of funny stories as well. And again, I think maybe that sort of person maybe would appeal to a wider audience. But yeah, I did enjoy the night out. It's my first night out of the year, so my first social event of the year, so can't complain too much. You know, starts things off on a level, and I'm guessing can only get better from here on out. Yeah. We're not doing very well in this match. It's 1-1. I would expect slightly better from Grantham Town. Not very happy with your performance, lads. I'm probably going to make us go a little bit attacking in the second half. And try and put Gresley under a bit more pressure, because we should be beating Gresley, who, funnily enough, we play in real life on Tuesday night at home, which will be my first match that I attend in 2026. I may have mentioned this in the last video, but yeah, I've not been to any games yet this season. Today, I finished my antibiotics and stuff, my steroids, for the chest infection I've had. It's nearly killed me since the start of the year. But yeah, it's just having to be sensible, and you know, a lot of times I'm not sensible, and unfortunately, when it gets to the point where the doctors absolutely lay the law down on me, then kind of have to do what I'm told. So that's why I've not been to matches. It's not because I haven't wanted to go to matches. I have. I've just been under strict instructions from medical professionals not to put myself in a position where I could get further infections, secondary and tertiary infections on top of what I've already had. And the last place I want to be right now is in hospital. I mean, there's enough Grantham Town fans in hospital right now. We don't want to have to create our own ward. So yes, it's about being sensible. Right, we're going to make some subs. We've got a little bit of a lead. We're going to bring Norman on for Mitch. Denny on for right, even though Denny's playing like a drongo. Bring Sean Wright on. Can bring Dukes on for Bojang. Noosa on for Elliot. And then we can bring Louis on. I want him to make an impact. I do. There's 20 minutes to go. Still enough time for them to have a bit of a say on the game. And how things play out in this match. Brad Munns. Big Staino. Lee Shaw. Oh, he tried placing that. Didn't quite pull off. But yeah, it was quite one of the things about last night. One of the raffle prizes. One of the raffle prizes last night at the event was spend a day with our fearless manager Mitch. There was quite a few people quite interested in that. getting to spend a day and follow Mitch around on like a match day and see all the ins and outs and behind the scenes stuff of what goes on a match day. And one of the things was obviously one of our long-time Grantham Town supporters won it, which was nice. One of our actual fans won the prize, and immediately turned around and donated it so that Riley gets to have that experience of spending a day with Mitch. I don't know whether Mitch will be fearless after that. After spending a day with Riley, I don't know if Mitch is going to be so fearless. He might be looking for a new job. He might be like, oh no. But it was funny because the first time they drew the winning ticket out, Jonas won it. Jonas won the prize to spend a day with Mitch, and I'm like, pretty sure he's probably spends enough time with the gaffer. Yeah. There was quite a few of us as well who thought it was like, oh, Mitch. It was like thinking, wouldn't it be cool if it was like you get Mitch for a day, and basically you can have Mitch do what you want to do for a day. You know, you can have Mitch doing like an odd job list or something for a day. We was like, that would get that. In fact, they should have had that as a separate thing that was auctioned off on the night, and let people auction and bid to have like Mitch be like your your little odd job boy for a day. Like have him wash your car and clean your windows, walk your dogs or something, I bet that would have raised some money. So yeah, 2-1 win. Nice attendance. We did do quite well at season ticket sales, actually, going back. Final season ticket sales, we sold 163 for this season, which was 23 more than last season. So we gained 23 season ticket holders, having been promoted. That's nice. Little boost. Little boost. Yeah, we're not finding any left backs. Might have to do. I would like a. What do we play? We just play fullback, don't we? Okay. Transfer room, and yeah. So create a requirement. Fullback. Age between. Let's go. 21 and 24. No, 28. Out of possession. We want him to be a fullback. And we want him to ideally be a regular starter or an important player. Just want to get some depth at left back. We got right backs. Right back as a position is covered. Left back is a bit iffy. We've only really got Louis. Lion, hello, not all that great. Not cracked up to be what I wanted him to be. Which is why I guess you shouldn't base your signings and stuff from players that you've scouted and looked at in the beta version of the game. You should always wait until a couple of months after the game's been out, when they've tweaked the database and tuned the database a bit and players have been readjusted. Because he's definitely changed. He's not the same player in this save as he was in my first Grantham save in this game. He's obviously been rejiggled a bit. But yeah, we got, like I say, got game coming up. Is it Quorn? It's going to be Quorn, isn't it? No, it's Rushton and Diamond, sorry. It's not Quorn. To be fair, Moose is dropping off a bit, actually, in his development. I'm going to get... No, I'm not selling your own ass. It's crazy. What happened to Quart? Oh, no, Quart. I'm looking too far ahead. It's Gresley, it's Rushton and Diamonds, Carlton, Anstey Nomads. Ooh, can we get to Anstey Nomads today? And have another FA Cup match. Alex Denny's now happy to stay at Grantham Town, is he? Is he? Ah, has he decided that he can't win? He can't win. He can't beat me because I'm just too damn stubborn. A trait I inherited from my father, apparently. I didn't think I actually had much in common with my dad, but apparently, so I've been told, I can be a real stubborn, where I'm only going to do what I want to do. And basically, I think poor old Alex Denny has realised if he's going to try and play hardball with me about his playing and what club he's going to and his contract, he's in a losing battle. Sean Wright's declining as a player. I expect that. He's 35 years old. I am not going to criticise him, his training. I made that mistake with Steggs. Steggs has got a bit of a decline as well. I was notified and I said, oh, you need to make more of the training. Make more of our training. And that did not go well. Yeah, I think... Oh, fans have turned on him. Tyler Ramsden, a couple of others. I think that's the problem. Of course, what also won't have helped matters is the fact that because I've just played him in the FA Cup preliminary round, he will be cup tied for any other club. That makes it far less attractive to anybody wanting to sign him because he can't play. I've got to do a press conference, have I? Okay, let's kick this off with a question from Jake Douglas from The Independent. What, not Trim? Again, Ted Lasso, Funko's behind me. You know. Frank Tribb for The Independent. Just a quick question for Ted. Will you be looking for the team to pick up? No, Why do you, when, little bit of work for, yeah, there's only 2 questions. When's Terry back? I don't mind that. Short and sweet. It's when press conferences go on and on and on, and you feel like you're just answering the same question being asked 40 different ways. That's when I start to get a bit tired of the media duties, and then I'm like, Louis, Louis, go talk to Graham. go give him one of your interviews, Louis. Off you go. It's all right. He'll give you leading questions anyway, and so you won't have to worry too much. Just tell him what he wants to hear. Yeah, we'll let George have a game. What about us? Right, so Louis back in. Gone right back in. Terry's still not ready. Bring Norman in. A bit thin on the ground in places. It is what it is. It is what it is. Right, yeah, we don't have much to do. Opposition instructions. Louis is going to take care of all that, like he does. Another player has gone on loan. Terry resumes full training after his hamstring strain. Again, we're not going to rush him. His hamstrings can be very finicky things. Very finicky. And Elliot is quite happy to stay. I'm good. I'm pleased Elliot's staying. I was never going to sell him. I don't quite understand why he was ever linked to Bristol Rovers. But well, is what it is. Oh look, 5.7 rating. So he's gone up a full whole point since deciding he wants to stay at the club. Again, you've got to go a long way. In fact, actually, I'm gonna criticise you. Yeah. Set him a target of 7 for training. That's 1.3 increase. 7's not great. I would like to see players doing better than a 7 in training, but criticise you as well. Wow. That chat didn't go very well, did it? Can I criticise him? Can I criticise Sean? I know I shouldn't do because he's old. He took it well. He took it well. Those are doing all right, though. Why is Terry only considered a fringe player? Yeah, that to me doesn't sound right, does it? He's just like regular starter, Terry. Pretty much. He's certainly a squad player. He's definitely not a fringe player. But Grantham under-18s lose to Grimsby under-18s. Well, again, there's a bit of a gulf in quality, I would think, between Grimsby Town and Grantham Town under-18s. I have a slight feeling, or slight suspicion, that Grimsby under-18s are probably much higher level than Grantham under-18s. Could be wrong. Right. Team selection. Yeah, we're sticking with Stegsy in goal for the moment. I really would like to get Terry back involved at some point. Who do we drop? Probably going to have to be Dan. Dan the Man Dougal is going to have to make way on the bench. It is one of the things, sadly, that I do not enjoy. Jonas can't play for the under-18s because he's too old. Neither can Dan, I don't think. I mean... Although I think there are rules. There are rules in the under-18. In the under-18, you can have two players that are over 18. I'm sure on a match day you can have two players over 18. Same with under 23s. You can have two players who are over the age of 23 playing in the team, which is why last season Man United under 23s regularly saw Tom Huddleston, the former Spurs player, playing for the under 23s, even though he's like in his late 30s. Player coach. Which is, I suppose, it's a good thing because you can then have some like mature. You can have a mature, seasoned, experienced player with giving the youth. You know. Again, you don't want teams to exploit it. If it is designed for under 23s, you do want the majority of the players on the pitch to be under 23. But it is nice to have that little bit of to have that wild card of being able to have two players of any age playing. So you can get, some experience and some maturity on the field, which can help the youth players develop, the players around them. But again, I'm trying not to get too deeply involved in the youth side of things in this save. Beyond signing coaches, beyond signing the staff that I then entrust and delegate responsibility to and say, right, I've brought you in to do this job, do it. And I will, at the end of each season, look at how things are progressing. And then again, like I say, if I have to make changes to the staff, I'll make changes to staff. But ultimately, I don't want to be too hands-on trying to develop the youth and the first team. Because it's not enough time. These seasons take long enough to play through anyway, without having to manage all of the youth games and match days. I've tried that before in the past, and it doesn't work. Doesn't work. You know, you're having to do match days for the under-18s, under-23s, and then the first team. You know, like I say, I get through about a month. I play 3 matches in a video. We've covered about a month in game. Well, if I played an under-18s, under-23s, and first team, I've covered 1 week or 1 weekend. So yeah, it's just not feasible to do it. And plus, again, the way you develop players in this game is quite different, I guess, to like real life. It's obviously more gamified. There's a bit more of a logic to it and a thing that once you understand it. Like, for example, players 18 and under, their sole benefit is training. The amount of training. And flipping Norman's got himself sent off. Oh, that's a bit of a stinker. Who do we sacrifice? We're only 12 minutes into the game. As bad as this sounds, might have to take Andy Wright off. Norman with a leg break, I'll tell you, and that was a straight red as well, so you know that's a bad tackle. And that's going to be a big suspension. That's going to be 3 games. That's going to be 3-game ban, and then if they review it, they could probably dish out an extra game or 2, if they feel the need to. Norman. Come on, Cam. Yes! So even though we've now switched to very defensive mentality, we're actually still capable of scoring goals. It just means the players are going to be more disciplined in playing the role that they are assigned in the tactic. They're not going to use creative freedom to go outside of their individual role instructions. So again, if you've got good players who are good at their roles, the mentality doesn't really make a lot of difference. In fact, it might actually help things, because they're probably going to be they're less likely to go wandering about the place, looking to be creative, make differences. They're going to hold their positions more. So the formation's going to be solid and cohesive. But yeah, to beat Rushden and Diamonds would be good. Would be very nice. And then, like I say, then we can go do that other FA Cup game. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. Conceded. Come on, Stegs. Nope. Lucky Stegs. You dived the right way. Just, unfortunately, didn't get there. Well, we can play for set pieces, apparently. Might help us. Corners and free kicks might give us a chance to get some goals, despite our ultra-defensive mentality. They're going to really start pushing forward now. They know they can go, like, all-out attack. Because we're just absolutely sitting deep, trying not to concede now because we're down to 10 men. And if Cam can slot that away, that'll do nicely. That'll do very nicely, Cam. Thank you very much. Lovely ball again from Louis Nicholson. Look at that. Oof. Shorey. Oh! I'm not going to tell Lee Shaw to shoot less often. I'm going to tell Lee Shaw to shoot more. Keep trying. So what we got? Latest scores. Belper are winning. Carlton are winning. Nuneaton are winning. And obviously Rugby and Loughborough 1-1. We will make some changes in the second half. We will be looking to bring in... we'll bring Terry on at some point. Let him start getting some fitness. Going to just increase our mentality a little bit. Not going to go all out defensive. I'm going to start just pushing forward a little bit again. There's Mitch. Oh, that was a bad touch, Mitch. Took the ball too far away from goal there. But Bojan. It's on the score sheet. Jack Steggles. Right. I can already see Shorey wants to come off, so... Terry for sure. Everybody else is looking kind of okay. Cam's on a booking. He's also on 2 goals, so I don't want to be taking him off anytime soon. Mr. Griffin to come on. But at the minute... Are you sure? Oh, he's hit the post. If he could have got a goal just before he come off, that would have been great. Unfortunately, he can't get a goal before he come on. I'm going to have to make a midfield change in a minute. Right. More subs. We're going to go for Denny for Bojang. Noosa for Elliot. And Jack Griffin for Dano. Bello for Louis Nicholson. And then that just leaves the goalkeeper who can't do anything. We're not going to change the goalie. Not for 20 minutes. Even though we could. We're allowed to. We can use all the subs. And we can use the whole bench. I don't mess with the goal. I'll let him... Well, no, because the next game is going to be FA Cup preliminary, so I'm going to let Stegsy be the cup keeper. I am. Stegsy's going to be cup keeper this season. Just so he doesn't grumble too much about playing time. But certainly the new guy is looking good. And I'm impressed with his age. How good he is at such a young age. He could be part of this team for a while. Providing we can hang on to him. And he doesn't get snaffled up by someone else. When they realise how good he is. Because again, looking at his transfer, I know I briefly looked at his career history in the last video. He's never, you know, considering the clubs he's been at, like Villa and stuff, obviously, at 21, he's never been given a chance. He's only 21. They've never really given him a chance at these clubs. He's had loan moves where he's gone out on loan from these big clubs. And he's performed quite well on loan. But they've just not done away with him when he's come back. And he's, like I say, he's played for quite a few teams. It confuses me a bit, that does. I mean, clearly, for us, he's going to play a lot of games. Norman's banned for what now? Norman's going to get more bans than that. He's going to get more bans. Definitely. And we'll let Louis go and do the post-match. I'll fine him a week's wages. He will get further, yeah. There's going to be a meeting on the 29th of August. He'll get a further 2 games because it's straight red. He's going to serve 3. He will serve 3 games. He will. Yeah, if we go look at keepers and this lad, and we look at his career. West Brom. So he came up through the West Brom Academy. Never played any games for West Brom. Went on loan to Huddersfield. Played 4 games. Went to Alvechurch on loan for a season. Played 19 games. Went back to Alvechurch. Played 33 games. He then went from West Brom to Villa. Villa loaned him to Northampton. He played 21 games, kept 5 clean sheets. And that's in League One. He played for League One, Northampton. 21 games, 5 clean sheets. And Villa released him. Villa released him and we were able to snap him up for free. How did no one else between League One, League Two, National League, whatever, how did no one else pick up on this guy? Our scouting team did a phenomenal job finding him and recommending him. And the fact that I took him on a 4-week trial in pre-season, right, he got to spend the whole pre-season with us and he got to play in pre-season. he done quite well, and like I say, it's good. 6'2", decent size for a keeper. Command of area, he could probably do with being a little bit more commanding in the box. But again, that might improve with age. He's only 21. Right now, he's probably going to struggle a little bit commanding his area because full-grown men aren't going to want to listen to him. We are going to need another right back. So, Mr. Ratcliffe, I believe you're going to be the man. Has to come in. Norman has, unfortunately, dropped a clanger for getting red carded. Right, ladies and gents, I'm going to quickly skip forward now then to the next FA Cup qualifier. I'll see you in a moment. Okay, just to bring you all back, we have got the FA Cup first qualifying round game against Anstey Nomads coming up. We've also just been handed our first qualifying round for the FA Trophy. And we get to play Quorn at the beginning of September. Interesting enough, but we also then play in the league a week after. So yes, cup games are coming thick and fast. I've just been offered a new contract by the board, which I'm very happy to say I've accepted. I'm now on £450 per week. It's nice. Very nice. We've also given Elliot Riches a new contract. He's on a new 3-year deal. Looking forward to things. Oh, and we've brought, we're trying to sign a player from Loughborough Students, a right winger who's been highly recommended by the scouting department, who I can get for free, who doesn't want a lot of wages either, only wants like 30 quid a week for the next 3 years, who could potentially be quite good. So, yeah, 17-year-old Australian kid. So I'm going to see how he goes. And Norman's been given a further 2-match ban. I knew that was coming. We knew that was coming. Steve-O sings Andy Wright's praises. Yes, he does. Right. So Ratcliffe's not eligible. He's already played a game today. That was a bit silly. So we can actually bring Norman in for the... He's not banned for the FA Cup then. He's just banned for the league. Interesting. Interesting. And I'm sticking with Steggles in goal for the Cup. But we will be bringing... we will be bringing... the other goalkeeper back in for the league for the next game. Right. Let's go get another, hopefully, FA Cup game out of the way. And... hopefully everything goes well. Bum, 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 bum. Nice sunny afternoon here at the Mears. It won't be the Mears, will it? Whatever stadium this is. We ought to get a new stadium. I wonder if well, try and twist Nick into that move. Nick, can you build us a new stadium, please? We're not having to pay rent to the council. 1-0. Good start. Good start to the match. I think I faded out there for a second. I think I went off on a... My brain went somewhere there for a minute. I don't quite know where it went. I hope it got a receipt and stamps on its passport, because that went... Woo. Tell you what, it's been a lot. It's been a long January, a long month, folks. Feels like I've done a year already. Come on, Elliot. Sensational form. Obviously loving that new contract. Ink's not even dried on the paperwork yet, but he's done it. Mitch. And there's Elliot again. 2 assists for Mitch in the game. Second goal for Elliot. Love it. I'm loving this team. Loving this team right now. This is like such a flipping wonderful team to be watching and in charge of, because everybody's just doing what they need to do. Everybody's working for the team, you know. There's no like one individual carrying the whole thing. It's efforts from everybody. Cam, Elliot, Munsey, Staino, Mitch. You know, you got 5 players there putting in fantastic shift. Terry's not far off on 7. Righty, Denny, they're nearly there. Nicholson, Sean, Steggs, you know, consistently just being at a level on the pitch every game is just, it's amazing. The team dynamic and cohesion is so good. It's why I don't want to, like I say, replace players and change players. And bring in new players, and why I don't want to sell players. Because I just think right now there's certain aspects just can't buy. You know, you're not going to get team cohesion and camaraderie by bringing in a load of strangers. We do have to change Mr. Nicholson because he is unfortunately knackered. Which is, you know, to be expected. He's played pretty much every game so far. We can bring Norman on a bit later. I want to push Bello a bit, because Bello's Like I say, he has been the disappointment. He has been the disappointment to me so far in this save. And I feel the need. Nobody up top. Nobody up top. Right. We're going to make some changes because we have got more players now tired. Norman's coming on for Mitch. Shawry's going to come on for Terry. Bojang is going to come on for Andy Wright. Griffin can come on for Sean Wright. Musa can come on for Cam up top. And I guess we just see out, hopefully, this 3-0 win. Last 30 minutes. I'm going to leave Elliott on because he's potentially got a hat-trick. Cam's just scored a goal. Now we've made all our subs. It's interesting that Cam put his tracksuit on at the end of that replay while he was still on the pitch. I love those little glitches. Oh, that's it. Okay. Clean sheet's gone. Clean sheet bonus gone. That's not bad. Save some money. Thanks, Stex, for thinking about the club's bank balance. Need you to lose the clean sheet bonuses because it pays for my new contract. It pays for my extra couple of quid a week. Although, to be fair, I screwed myself over. I did screw myself over in the contract negotiations. Because when I was doing the new contract with Nick, I didn't click I didn't check the box for contract length. I could have got a 3-year contract. Didn't realise. Suggested terms on a 2-year deal, which Nick was like, yeah, I'm very happy for that. And then I realised, crap, I could have actually had a long... So I tried to go for a 3-year contract. I tried to change it to a 3-year contract. And Nick was like, no, hang on a minute. You've just agreed. Now you want... No. So I ended up I've cost myself a year. Cost myself an extra year. However, does mean if we have a good season this season, I can potentially go to him next summer and say, hey, based on our performance, can I have a new contract? And I could get another pay rise early. Whereas I think if I'd signed a 3-year contract, I'd have no chance of getting another talk for 2 years, at least. So again, and you may be wondering why I want to get pay rises, because obviously if the club's paying me, I'm taking money out of the bank account and the finances, which you might think doesn't help the club. And you would be partly correct in that. However, because this is a game, one of the things that obviously as a manager you need to succeed in the game, to be taken seriously, you know, and get the best out of your players, and to also be able to recruit good players in the future is you need to have a very good reputation as a manager. And one of the things in the game that influences your reputation is how much you get paid. The higher you are paid, the higher the game thinks you are as a manager, and the better the game thinks you are as a manager. So I need to try and get to the highest wage I can possibly get to as quickly as possible, because it gets the better performances out of my players. It gets my players improving and developing better, and also it helps me attract better players to want to come and play for the club. Like I say, mechanics. The mechanics involved in things. So yes, it does feel a bit silly for me to want to take money out of the club. And in previous Football Manager games, I would have gone many seasons being paid like 100 quid a week. Even, I'm in the Premier League and I'm 100 quid a week. But it in the long term does not help you at all. You need that reputation. You need to have a good reputation. And that's where we're at. 6-1. I tell you what, flipping banging goals in. I think we're playing better than last season. We really are. Game's doing this laggy thing as well at the minute. I think it's because I'm in the process of updating some more mods, some more graphics packs, and I think it's just causing the game to freak out a little bit at the minute. So probably a good job we've reached the end of this video. So, ladies and gents, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say thank you for watching today's video. Really hope you've enjoyed it. I will be back with the next video very soon, because I'm probably going to record it today. I'm probably going to get a couple videos recorded today. This is going to be a recording day session. And to get them up, rendered and then uploaded, and then I can do all the YouTube stuff and scheduling and everything. So I appreciate everybody watching the video. I appreciate everybody clicking the like button on the videos. I would really love to see a few more comments being left on the video. What has been your favourite part of today's video? That's the question. Let me see those answers in the comment section down below. I will see you in the next video. For now, from me, take care of yourselves, everybody. Stay safe. Goodbye.